This is a great song. I just heard this like 2 hours ago. I got a YouTube comment on my I need $1 video, and person asked me if I could teach this, so figured it out. I watched him play it on this MTV Push, so I don't know if this is what's on the record or not, but this is what he was doing. And then I added in some licks and stuff in between the chords to kind of make it groove a little more when you're playing by yourself. So beautiful song, really catchy. I can't believe I hadn't heard this before, but so you have, we're going to start out F minor 7, bar all of 8 from A down, D on 10, 9 on B. And at first I kind of just strum down, I leave out the high E, right? I just kind of strum down to the B. Alright, and then from there we're going to go to a B flat 13. What I play with my thumb on 6 on the low E, 6 on D, 7 on G, 8 on the B string. You could play it like this with your index finger if you're not good with your thumb. What makes this a 13, right? So here's your B flat 7, right? So your F is your 5, G is your 6, right? So you're going to raise your 5 up a whole step. And when you do that, a 6 is also a 13, right? So quick theory lesson. A 9 is a 2, a 4 is an 11, and a 6 is a 13. So anytime you see that, they're always interchangeable, right? So if you go up your B flat major scale, your 6 is G, right? And then we're just going to take that note, raise the 5 to 6, 6, 13. So anyway, that's the theory of that chord. And then you have 6, 6 on D, 7 on G, 8 on B, right? Mute out the A string. And then from there, keep your middle finger on the G string on 7, and then you can pivot into this E flat major 7 chord. Bar all of 6 from A down, 8 on D, 7 on G, 8 on B. Alright, and then from here, we're going to go to a C minor 7. Just bar all of 3 from A down, D on 5, B on 4. And then the second time around, it's all the same chords again. F minor 7, B flat 13, E flat major 7. And then here's where he changes. Instead of going to C minor 7, he goes to an E diminished 7. Real good change, right? You have your 7 on the A string, D on 8, G on 6, B on 8. Right? So when you play your E flat major 7, just keep your ring finger and middle finger down. Take your middle finger and ring finger and just swap them to the A and G string, right? Alright. And so that's all that stuff. And then I started adding in some licks to kind of make a groove, kind of a Hendrix R&B kind of way. So we'll start out over the F minor 7. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going up here and I'm kind of playing an F minor 9. You could also look at this as an inversion of A flat major 7. But since I got the G in there, that's your 2 or your 9, right? And then I'm just playing all the notes out of F minor pentatonic. So we're just going to bar D, G, B, and E on 13, and then have your finger on 15 on the high E, and then just take it off at the end. Alright, so you get a... Alright, that's the first part. And then from there we go to your B flat 13. And then we're going to do this right out of B flat major pentatonic. We're going to bar B and E on 6 and slide into 8 and go back to 6. Slide back and forth. from there, we're going to do your E flat major 7. Okay, then we're going to do what we did on the F chord, right? We're going to go to this inversion of an E flat major 7. Bar D, G, B, and E on 8. Have your finger on 10 on the high E, and just take it off, right? And then just kind of do some rhythm in between, kind of just do some scratchy hits and everything. So far you have. Okay, then we're going to go to our C minor 7. And what I do is I play C minor 7, and I come up here and I play C minor. I just think it sounds good against it, right? I could play C minor 7 again, but it's just kind of redundant, right? So it's kind of like doing this. Alright, so we're going to have 10 on D, and then bar G, B, and E on 8. See? And I just kind of give it an upstroke, like one little hit. And then we do this little Hendrix riff. Alright, you're just going to hammer on and off of 11 to 8 on B, and then 10 to 8 on G, and then 10 to 8 on D. Alright. And then you go back into your F minor, right? So all together, the first part you get. Alright, and then the second time, it's all the same chords. We're just going to end on this E diminished 7, right? So we'll have and then I just slide in 8 to 10 on A, and then bar D and G on 8, hammer on and off a 10 on D, and then go 10 on A, back to D and G on 8. And that sends you right back into your F minor 7, right? Alright, so both times you get. So that's the whole song. Some cool little licks you can do in between the chords. Thank you to whoever asked for this. I'd never heard this before, and it's a catchy song, man. It really is. So anyway, that's everything. Just practice slow and have fun.